What?
No, I wanted you to go to the FN-FOREX live to see what we are seeing.
Okay, you're already live now.
Like it's showing here, 25 minutes. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi, everybody. Good evening. A lot of technical problems. New face, correct. New face. This is the face of Peep Studios that you have been seeing. Hi, everybody. Good evening. This is me here. I think that's Peep Studios. I'm B Valentine. You're very correct. Mr. FN is very unavailable tonight, and today we are going to be taking or heading directly to continuation of this class. For some reasons, okay, Peep Studios, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We're supposed to have the last session on Friday, but problems, you know how Cameroon is, network and a lot of problems. So tonight as well, we've tried connecting from a different device because Mr. FN is not available. It's been a problem. Hence the reason why we are starting late. Yeah. So we will have to manage with this. Hi, Mr. Peeps. Good evening. Hi. So tonight we're going to be looking at the finishing part of this class. But before then, please do well to invite the others who are not here. If you've made a new friend on this live and he's not here or she's not here, do well to have them join. Last season, as we have finished everything. Yeah, so we would have to manage with this. So we're going to be looking at tonight. We're going to be looking at automated trading. We'll look at trading plan, and also we'll be looking at how to get funded. That's prop firms. Prop firms, yeah. Please, if you're just joining, do well to like the live. If you're new or you're not subscribed yet to this channel, please do it to subscribe. And let's get going. Okay. All right. Please, where is Mr. FN? What did he promise you on the last day? I think he promised to give you indicators, right? He promised you indicators for your pieces. He promised you indicators. I think that's the support and resistance indicators. Who was that asking? I think that is Mr. Gonzalo. Yeah, at the last day or after a session, Mr. FN always gives out indicators. I can't hear you. He promised us his XA strategy. He's always around. Mr. FN is always around, but right now he's in transit. He's actually traveling and he cannot have this class. He would have pushed the class again, but you know, as days go by, it's getting more and more busier. And we want to make sure we let you guys go before you guys go for holidays. Before then, this session has lasted about 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks. And a lot of you have stuck with us here till this last day. Yes. So tonight, like I said, tonight we're going to look at first thing, we're going to look at automated trading. And then we'll look at trading plan. And the last we have on the list is how to get funded, or basically prop firms. I'm looking at your questions. We pray he arrives safely to where he's going to. Meanwhile, I'm happy you have visited. You're welcome. The peeps, you've seen that's the name of my own channel, but it's still a baby channel. So with time, we'll have to grow that other part, that other channel. But for students at FN-FOREX Academy, a lot of students know me as Mr. Beats. My name is Brian. If you see on the Telegram, I've actually been active on the Telegram with you guys. Permit me to find this. You know, most of the times on Zoom, you have students who are responding, who are talking.
No, I was expecting that.
Yeah. Good evening to you all. Yeah, for the people who are going to maybe come to the academy this coming year, you're going to know that I am in charge of the French part of the academy. So the French student, if you've got anybody who wants to learn Forex trading but is more in French, they can actually reach out. We have a space for everybody, French, English, and everybody. Great. So tonight we are looking at automated trading. That's what we'll start looking at, automated trading. So, you know, you can actually have 2 different tutors, but they will never teach the same. Yeah, from 1,500 members to 150. We said it at the beginning of the session that not everybody's going to be here at the end, right? So if you're here at the end, you're probably one of the 1% that always makes it to the end of any project. And from that 1%, a fraction of 1% of the people become successful. Now, you can only decide to be a fraction of that 1%. It doesn't suffice you being in class on the last day or being here to the end of the curriculum. But what do you make out of the training at the end of the day? Do you do all your assignments? Do you go back to study at the end of every session? Do you actually trade? That will decide, or that's going to actually account for your trading success. So like I was saying, there are you would meet different tutors and they have different teaching styles. Mr. FM, most of the time he talks and gives notes, but I'm more of a hands-on technical person. Mr. Pips, nice seeing your face. You're welcome. I'm more of a hands-on technical person, so I like us to I like us to chat. I like us to talk. I like us most of the time to come out with live scenarios or live examples. So first, when we talk of automated trading, we're jumping right into lesson 13. Automated trading. What comes to your mind when you hear automated trading? I'm looking at the comments. Please show us Emmy. Emmy is not right here. Emmy is not here. You'll see Emmy one day. When we talk of automated trading, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? The word automated trading. What do you think automated trading is? Trading with robots, AI. Hope this class will be recorded. It's automatic on YouTube. Immediately after every class, the record is saved on YouTube and you can actually follow on. Trading robots, using AI, trading tools. That's good. Perfect. Artificial intelligence. That's nice. That's true. In Forex trading, we call them EAs. EAs means expert advisors. That means that you have to look for a way or a scheme whereby your tradings are not done by you yourself. Mr. Evan said the last session won't be recorded. Every session on YouTube is recorded. It's automatic. That's the point. So back to class. So when we talk of automated trading, we are talking of a scheme or a scenario wherein you as a trader, you carry out your trades not particularly by yourself, but by the use of, you've named it, AI, robots, or in the trading language, we call them expert advisors. What happens is a well-renowned trader is going to come up with his strategy, right? And he's going to build his strategy into a robot. Now, when we talk of robots, most of the times it's not going to be like Elon Musk's robot who is standing and walking. It could just mean an application that's been developed that actually executes programs for you on your PC. Now, it's going to be installed into your MetaTraders 5 or on MetaTraders 4. And all it does is it scans the market, analyzes the market, and comes out with setups. It could do this in front of you, it could do this in your absence. So most of the times, people who decide to use robots are people who probably for some reasons, they don't want to go through the stress of analyzing. So let me use an example. I'm seeing a name here, Kimin Patrice. Probably you are a very busy person, lady or gentleman, forgive me, I don't know your gender, but probably you work from Mondays to Sundays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. You have 4 kids, you have a wife or husband, and you don't have time to sit and do technical analysis. What would you do? You would prefer to use a robot, or you would prefer to go through the route of automated trading. Now, with this route, what happens is you look for a trader that you believe knows how to trade. You look for a trader that you trust, or you look for a strategy that works with your scheme of work. You pay some money, purchase the robot, install it with your trading platform, and all it does is it analyzes the market, looks for maybe areas of support and resistance, trend line, and it executes trades automatically. It could be indicators, it could be buy or sell robots, it could be analytical robots, but they're all expert advisors. So now, Mr. FN always says that he spent a lot of money to build his support and resistance indicators, right? Now, what do they do? When you put it on your MT5, automatically it goes ahead to analyze the market and draw out key levels on its own. The only thing you as a trader would do is to click buy or sell when the market gets to the point of interest or on your support. Why? Because the indicator or the expert advisor has already done the work for you. It has already sorted out the key levels by itself. It's simple, it's easy. You have to make the choice. You would have to choose if you want to use an indicator, if you want to use a robot or not. But at the end of the day, technical analysis is the best form of analysis because you on your own, you're going to decide to probably buy from this zone or sell from this zone because you as a person, you've carried out your own analysis yourself. They are very expensive to actually run, expensive to buy. So it's not for the average person. Yes, it should have disadvantages. It should have advantages as well. But we'll get to that subsequently. In the meantime, that was just an introduction to what automated trading is. What are the disadvantages? We'll get to that. First things first, let us look at what or why would a trader or why traders prefer to use robots. Okay, I'm seeing your questions. How reliable are they? What are the disadvantages? Please. Okay, first things first. The main purpose for the Forex FN-FOREX Academy bringing out this class or this training was to teach a huge number of people how to analyze the market and trade themselves. Why? Because here in Africa or in this part of the world, robotics or robots are still kind of not a very big thing. Do you understand? So most of the times, traders learn how to trade because these robots are very, very expensive to purchase. We are getting to Internet of Things, so it's a must that every Forex class talks about the availability of robotics. Every Forex session talks about the availability of the fact that there's a possibility for trading to be done automated. Now, if you're just joining, we're on lesson 13, and it's called automated trading. And just a brief recap, in this class, we've been talking about how do traders trade with robots? What are robots? And how can they be implemented into trading? First things first, yes, they make profits. They make losses as well. But like we've said, the main purpose why people prefer to use robots is because some people don't have the time. So you might want to get to purchase a robot if you don't have the time. But if you've been able to sort out time to learn this Forex class from the beginning to the end, then I'm talking to you, exactly you. You have the time. So you might not need to actually purchase a robot or use a robot for your trading. We're not talking against robots, but we are saying that it's preferable for you as a trader to analyze the market yourself, enter your trades, and have your profits. How much can one robot cost? Now, robots cost, the prices are really relative. There are robots that are meant just for, let's say, a GBP USD. A robot could be built just for gold. Another robot could be built just for NASDAQ, for example. Now, they will have their different prices. Some robots are built just for passing prop firm challenges. And the only thing they do is they work on prop firms. Some robots are built to just tell you where to buy or where to sell. So you do your analysis yourself, and if you have a robot installed, they tell you just buy here or sell here. Internet of Things is meant to facilitate lifestyle basically. There are homes where you have a fridge and the fridge has a screen. From the screen, you can connect your entire house from your curtains to your lights to your gates to anything. Because if let's say a housewife is in the kitchen cooking, she doesn't have to move to the baby's room to look at what's happening in the baby's rooms or who is at the door. She looks just from the fridge and the fridge tells her what's happening around the house. That's what they call Internet of Things. And these different aspects are put in place to facilitate life general for every human being. It's true in Africa, we are still in the backside with all of these robotics, but in trading, it exists as well. The same way you can get into your house and with one touch of your phone, you put on your lights, you put on your TV, you put out your curtains, put on the AC. It's the same thing you can actually implement on your trading with robots, and it works. But it's not for the average person. It's not very cheap. Someone asked for the price. It could range from $200 to $500 to $1,000 to $10,000. It's going to depend fully on what the robot is assigned to do. But first things first, you must know how to trade to an extent before you want to purchase a robot. Because if the robot is doing something it should not do, you know how to correct it or complain to its creator. I said in the beginning that I'm a different kind of tutor. I would not tell you to write down this or write down that. I'm going to be more conversational, and you're going to know what you're jotting down. This lesson 13, automated trading, is a lesson that is meant to be taught, but it's not entirely very necessary. Because at the end of the day, just about 1% of traders use robots. Can I say with 1%? The statistics are not very correct, but not a lot of people invest in robots. Just a few number of people. But like I said, we must actually tell you about the availability or the possibility of robotics in trading. No need asking the prices for now. Like I said, robots, the prices would depend. The prices depend on what exactly the robots are meant to do. And I started by saying that robots do not mean they are big created stuffs walking around your house trying to work to draw lines on your chart for you. No, they're just applications or programs you install on your phone or your laptop on your MT5, and it goes ahead to carry out trades. I don't know if we are good to that point. Please, we were promised an indicator. Yes, you were promised an indicator on support and resistance. And normally, a support and resistance indicator, like we said, those are also parts. Those are also part of robotics. That's also part of expert advisors. So normally, Mr. FN paid a lot of money to build them, and he says he gives it out to everybody he has taught for free. So if you're just joining, do not feel bad. You still get them. He's going to send it to you guys. I think the robot idea is nice, but the truth is I would love to trade myself. Maybe in the long run might want to use AI, but I still want to trade myself. That's the purpose of learning how to trade, right? Is to make trading a part of you. Now, in the beginning of every robotic class, a lot of students think that they prefer robots than trading themselves. It's because when you are taught how to identify key levels, the first thing is most of the times you don't think you can actually see these levels yourself, or you actually believe or feel like a robot is going to do a better job than you. And we're going to go ahead to see what are the different or the advantages of robots, or why people prefer to use robots above their own skill. Can I purchase the robot for 10 people here? Oh, wow. I know you understand. Mr. Rene, what are you not understanding? Is your network okay? Are you just joining? Are you just coming? I like your teaching style. Thank you. Somebody said, I don't think the robotic class is for me. Like I said earlier, it's an issue for individuals. Do you understand? So an individual would prefer to use a robot or not, but at the end of the day, it comes back to personal preference. Like I made mention at the beginning, some people decide to use robots, some people do not. Some people cannot even afford it. Some people can. Do you understand? So basically, you would decide to say, I'll be using a robot or I'm not using a robot because of this purpose or because of that purpose. Now, we're going to go ahead to look at some reasons why people prefer robots, or why people use robots basically. Give me a second here. I'm pulling up my drafts, but it's doing like a small girl. In the meantime, ask questions if you have. Can we buy these robots? Yeah, you can purchase these robots, but for the meantime, Mr. FN had a robot actually he actually used to sell, but for some time he's had a problem. Robots are very expensive to build and even more expensive to sell. Of course, the business side of trading, Mr. FN always talks about the business side of trading. When you know how to trade, you can build a robot. You build a robot with your own strategy. It's nothing too, it's nothing over the roof. You as you as a trader, you can build your strategy into a robot and the robot executes your strategy. We started fast. No, I think we did not start fast. Probably you came too late, Danny. Sorry. What's your advice about using robots? It's personal. It's personal. Now, there's a big thing about robots that people actually find very, very appealing. For example, robots do not have robots do not trade with emotions. So because they don't trade with emotions, people prefer to use robots for their trading. At the same time, some other people do not like the fact that robots act as robots. So if a robot starts to if enters a trade, probably he wants to get out at a predetermined price. But as a human being, you want to train that trade for as long as the trade is trending towards a particular direction. So it all comes back to personal preference. It all comes back to who you are as a person, your time scheme. It all comes back to your job, your time, and everything. Do you understand? What are the disadvantages? Hi, Emilienne, welcome. They've been asking for you. The disadvantages of robots. First thing is, they're very expensive to purchase, right? Second of all, people do not prefer robots because, like I said, robots are robots. So because they act as robots, they will do just what you've told them to do. Sometimes, as a trader, you might want to change your bias from time to time, but a robot will do just what it's supposed to do. But as a human, you can be flexible. Robots are not flexible. If they say you are a robot, that means you are stereotyped. You work just based on what you've been asked to do. Welcome, Emmy. Some people have been asking to see you. They want to see Emmy, but I've told them Emmy is not here. Emmy is working remotely. I'm seeing your comments, they are funny. Yeah, when I said building your own robots, I meant for a trader to build a robot, what he has to do is he needs to know how to trade. The first things first, you need to be a trader. Now, let me use an example. I see Eno Besem, for example. Eno Besem has learned trading for about 3 weeks. Probably after a year or two into trading, she could decide to do what? She could decide to build her own robot. Now, what will she do? She's going to go further into analyzing the robotic market and coming up with a strategy. Now, she uses what strategy is called pure price action. With pure price action, here we say that a trader analyzes the market based off of support, resistance, and trend line. So you build all of this strategy into a particular tool and impute it into your trading system. Probably it could be your MT5, it could be your trading view. Most of the time it's MT5 or MT4. Now what happens is what happens is the trader who has built the robots will go further into implementing these robots into his MT4, MT5. The MT4, MT5 now uses that robot to analyze the market and take on trades based on that particular strategy. So before buying a robot or purchasing a robot, you want to look at who is the trader who has built that robot. Is built by what trader? And if that trader resonates with your trading scheme, you can now go ahead to use it because it's going to work in accordance with whatever you believe or work with. So what I'm trying to say now is, as a new trader, you cannot just buy a robot if you're a novice, right? You want to learn a little bit about trading, purchase a robot, and use it to facilitate your trading. So even if you're purchasing a robot as a newbie, you still need to know a little bit about trading. Now, the things you should understand as well, someone was asking about the negative effects or what are the negative disadvantages of robots. Some work and some do not. The fact that you're going to spend a $500 or $1,000 to purchase a particular robot does not necessarily mean it's going to work or it's going to make money for you. Yeah, so do you use it? I don't use a robot. I've never used a robot. But I've used an indicator. I've used different indicators, but like I would tell you, at the end of the day, trading comes back to you as a person. The best form of trading is what you analyze and what you do. Do you understand? Now, like I said earlier, robots are built with strategies, but they don't guarantee that they're going to work. Yeah, purchasing a robot for your demo is not necessary. It's not necessary at all. So now the first thing we want to look at is why robots? Why do people decide to use robots? Why do people choose to use robots? The first thing you have to understand is people are very busy. You could be a nursing mother, you could be a driver, you could be working for a high, let's say you could be working at a port, or you could be working somewhere where they're not allowing you to use your phones. Now, let's say you trade the London session or the New York session, and throughout these periods where you're not allowed to use your phone, you cannot actually carry out trades. What happens is you might decide to use a robot because at that particular point in time, you're not allowed to trade. So you would be entitled to use a robot so that when it is that particular time, you can actually be in the market because you don't have the time. Now, first things first, you must have the money and not have the time with the little trading knowledge to purchase a robot and execute your trade. Now, some other people decide to use robots because robots do not have emotions. There are some people who cannot hold a trade for more than 10 seconds or 1 or 10 minutes. But robots are meant to actually hold trades for longer period of time because they don't have emotions. When you've entered a trade, let's say you're buying from a support and the next resistance is 100 pips above, if a robot enters that kind of trade, he's going to exit only when the trade gets to that point in time. So because robots don't have emotions, people prefer to use them because they can actually train trades for longer periods of time. The next point we can actually add to that is that robots are used in passing challenges. Now in lessons 15, the last lesson we'll look at tonight is lessons 15, is prop firms and how to get funded. Now there are different kind of prop firms, and there are some prop firms that allow you to use to pass with robots. Prop firms have a lot of rules, hidden rules behind on their website, where if you're not patient enough to read through these rules, you will not know exactly what the rules are. Do you understand? So now, these different prop firms give you the availability to pass with the robots. So people decide to purchase robots to use and pass these challenges. Now, to pass a prop firm challenge, it could take you about a month or two. Some people take 3, 4, 5 months to pass a particular challenge. There is with challenge you have phase 1 and phase 2. With a robot, you can use just 1 hour or 2 to pass an entire challenge. Do you understand? So because robots have no emotions, because robots are already pre-arranged to tackle all of these rules, they go into the challenge already knowing what they are to do and what they're not to do. Some rules, like for example, no news trading. If you don't look keenly, you will not know this particular platform does not allow you to trade news. Maybe you know it, but you don't know the exact setting or the exact caution they tell you. For example, Funding Pips tells you that do not enter a trade 2 minutes before or 2 minutes after a news release. Because you're a human being, you might forget. Or because of just excitement, you can enter a trade so quickly without remembering that you're not supposed to trade at this particular time. But robots already know that I'm not supposed to do this or that. So it does not do this, but does that. Reach the kid. How much is the robot? There is no robot I'm selling. We're talking about robots in general. After this class, you might want to go do research on robots to know how much they cost. But like I tell you, they cost not of $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. It depends on what the robot is meant to do. So is it advisable to use robots? That question is being answered in this class. It's relative. It has advantages as well as disadvantages, but they're expensive, right? Expensive too is relative. At the end of the day, it's going to be dependent on you as a person. Do I want to use a robot? Can I trade without a robot? Do I have the time to analyze my trades myself? Do I have the money to purchase a robot? You will all answer these questions personally. We're not talking against robots, but we are saying that it's another type of trading. It's another means of trading. Will the robot be able to set risk management? Some robots are designed to do exactly everything you would do as a trader. Do you understand? Some robots are designed to set a stop loss, calculate your risk per trade, and do everything. Of course, that was going to be more expensive. Some robots are meant to just tell you that buy here or sell here. With some robots, you can actually throw your stop loss, some you cannot. It depends on what the robot is meant for, like I said, and the price tag. I'm answering questions. We're actually done with lesson 13 on automated trading. Is a robot really expensive? That's a relative question. How much is expensive to you? Dikom Nozomi. Thank you very much, Emmy. I see you. Are traders profitable using robots? A lot of traders are profitable using robots. Some are not. You might fall into the wrong hand. Some like okay now. I can just get up today and build a robot because I know someone who does, right? And I pay him some amount of money and he builds a robot and then I start to sell the robot for $500. And people start to buy. I've not taken out time to back test the robot to see if the strategy works perfectly. I've not taken out time to look at the win rate of the robot. I haven't taken enough time to look at, does the robot work on every season? Because in trading, there are seasons as well. There are some seasons where the market is actually downtrending. So a robot should be able to read through this market to say, okay, in this kind of market, I should not be buying. I should look for just selling opportunities. But there are robots that do not put all of this into perspective. In every form, in every area of work, on the planet, there are fraudulent people. So you want to be able to look for or do your research on what kind of robot am I purchasing? Who am I purchasing from? What is the risk to reward on this robot? What is its win rate? 60%, 70% above is perfect for a trader, for a robot. Okay, I'm answering questions that you're asking. I'm answering your question right now. Risk management while using robot, I think because each robot is being set for a particular purpose and some of them might not be functional. Correct? Some robots are meant for just fundamentals. That is, they analyze just news trading. So they tell you exactly where to trade, to enter, to buy or sell during a news event. Like I said, it all comes down to what you want. You could be an excellent technical analyst, but you are very, very poor with fundamentals. So you might purchase a robot to tell you what happens during fundamentals. Or you could be an excellent fundamental trader and you're purchasing a robot to tell you what to do during technicals. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, like I said, it's relative. Okay. Like I said, we are done with automated trading, and I said earlier, automated trading is we are telling you guys, teaching you so you should know these things. It's important, but not urgent or not necessary. So that's just what it is. Now we're moving next, we're moving to trading plan. Robots are good just to pass problems for me. Renee has said something, and that's personal for him. What about you? A good robot must be designed to carry a particular task at a particular time. Excellent. Please, which one is better, robots or indicators? They all fall under EAs, expert advisors, because they tell you what to do at a particular time, or they assist your judgment on a particular point in time. So indicators, like I said, are not organic in the market. They are built to give you an informed decision on what to do or what not to do at a particular point in time on your trade. So they are basically almost the same thing. Are the robots having a time limit with which you will have to use them? It depends on who build them and what they build them for. Meaning the robots are designed by other traders. Other traders, yes. Noel Ngam, yes, you can design a robot tomorrow and sell. It's another source of revenue. Mr. FN always says that the fact that she's teaching you how to trade, he begs praise and praise you learn how to trade, because the first thing in this industry is to know how to trade. Because when you know how to trade, you can now start making money from different sources. You can make money from your own trades. You can start selling your signals. You can teach people how to trade. You can build robots and sell. You can build indicators and sell. You can open a prop firm. You can open a broker. But the first thing starts with, do you know how to trade? I'm asking you. So yes, tomorrow, one of you tomorrow could be the biggest traders in the world. Trading is the only profession or the only area is the only what's the word, career where overtaking is allowed. Tomorrow, you, for example, could be the biggest trader in Africa. You can actually surpass Mr. FN-FOREX. But the fact is, it never changed. Mr. FN-FOREX taught you how to trade. So you just need to know how to trade, and the world is open in your arms, because you can become an extraordinary person. But the first things first, do I know how to trade? How many hours would the class be? That's a redundant question, Gonzalo. Okay. Now we are moving to the next. We are moving to the next part of this session. We're moving now to trading plan. Trading plan. Now, during my class, I always tell, on the first day of every class, I tell my students to purchase an exercise book, and on the exercise book, I tell them to leave the first page empty, because on the first page of your exercise book, you're going to actually keep it for this class. We call it a trading plan. A trading plan is one of the most important aspects of trading. Jobe Alex, we're not yet on preference. Preference is going to be the last topic. We're on 14 now, trading plan. So if you have an exercise book, if you left your first page empty, is very good. The first question I want to ask, who has an exercise book here? I know that people who are writing on your typing sheet paper, some people are jotting on their screens, on their iPads or whatever, but it's an emotional attachment when it comes to when you write something down. I do a lot of reading, and I've learned that when you write something down, it goes far way deep into your subconscious than when you actually take a screenshot or whatever. Now, me, I do. Now, just drop one in the chat if you have an exercise book. Just drop one in the chat if you have an exercise book. We are moving to lessons 14, trading plan. This is going to be a very, very practical class. What are prop firms? I repeat, we are not yet on prop firms. Prop firm is going to be the last thing we'll do tonight. I have a whole book. Great. I do, sir. Thank you very much. Now, if you have an exercise book, then that's actually nice because you have been able to grasp the entire of these lessons, and the sky might just be your limit. So a trading plan, if I would ask, what's a trading plan? I like interactive class. What do you think a trading plan is? What do you think is a trading plan? If I ask you, what is a trading plan? Unfortunately, I cannot hear your voices. I just said I like an interactive class, but I cannot hear you guys talk. So you just have to use the chat to chat it out. What is a trading plan according to you? You might have heard trading plan here and there, but what do you think is a trading plan? Please, if you're just joining the live, or if you're on the live, please do a little exercise for us. Just go to your YouTube page. Under this live, you see a thumbs up. Please tap on it. It's going to cost you nothing. And if you're not following our page yet, please follow our page. And I want to thank this opportunity to thank everybody who has followed our page. The growth on this page has been organic from day one and has been mind-blowing. 4,000 plus people subscribed to this page in less than 2 weeks. We are actually saying this with hearts full of joy. It's really, really, really great. All right, back to class. A trading plan, a timetable that assists you on your trades. Thank you. Setting rules and regulations you have to follow. I love that one, Valentine. Trading with an objective. Great. It could be a strategy. Okay. A trading plan is like setting up yourself on when to trade and when not to trade. Perfect. Trading plan, I can say it's the strategy you use. I like that one. Steps to follow on how to grow your accounts. Nice. A plan based on trading analysis. Great. What you're actually trading for works. Like a set of rules to follow when trading, when to enter a trade and when not to. Menchuk. Did I pronounce your name well? That's what I want to hear. That's nice. I think it's a plan the number of times you trade a day. Very, very great. Akoni Marie. Let me get more. A trading plan is used to measure your level of profitability, either short-term or long-term. Atem, I'll work with that. Rules set by a trader to follow them trading. All of you are correct. Kiddos, all of you are very, very correct. Nice. Method, strategy, I love the questions. Please, what is the difference between using MT5 trade and using Extens app? Wrong question at the wrong place. An outline will be used in trading. Now that's very good. All of you are correct. So a trading plan, I'll just put all of what you've said together and give you back. A trading plan is a plan you put in order to know what you're trading, what time you're trading, what session you're trading, when you wake up from bed, when you stop trading, when you exit, how much you're risking per trade. The list goes on. So as a trader, you have 244 of you on this live. I can see at this particular point in time. Today is the 23rd of December 2024. Christmas is in 2 days, so you will not forget this day. You must have a trading plan from today. At the end of this class, your assignment is you each write your trading plan, take a screenshot or a picture and send to the results section of the Telegram forum. It's an exercise that you do yourself, and every trading plan is personal. NOBSM's trading plan will not be the same like Ola's trading plan. Why? Because probably Ella is in Afghanistan, I'm sorry for the example, and Eno is in Bambui, sorry for the example. So your trading plan would have to fit or suit your schedule as a person. Your trading plan will have to fit what you do on a daily basis. Are you a nursing mother? Do you work from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. the next morning? Do you have a day off or two? Do you trade gold? Do you trade Bitcoin? Do you trade GBP USD? a trading plan is personal. Mr. FN-FOREX's trading plan is not the same as Emilien's Bejoindem's trading plan. But each of them are traders who are profitable, they make money from trading, but they have individual trading plans. Bernadette Doss says guidelines that you use to trade. Yes, there are guidelines. And these guidelines must be intentional, they must be conscious, and they must be precise. A trading plan is not vague. I will not rather I trade every week, I trade gold every week, or I trade gold every day. No. What time do you enter the market? What time do you not enter the market? Are we following? Sort of constraints for all your trades. That's great. So a trading plan is, like we've said, is a set of rules or a set of do's and don'ts that you personally pen down with your pen on your paper. I wake up from bed at 7 a.m. I trade GBP USD. I trade London session. I look to enter the market from 8 a.m. in the morning. I don't trade after 1 p.m. I don't trade the New York session. I will never trade without a stop loss. I will never enter the market after the market has left my zone. I will never revenge trade. Trading plan. Marathon Forex always says, plan your trade and trade your plan. That's like his motto. Plan your trade and trade your plan. If you don't plan your trade, you might not trade your plan. A lot of traders change their bias all of a sudden on trade because they had no plan. First of all, oh, I was buying, oh, the market is going down, there's a long bearish candle coming down. You start to go sell because you had no idea what you were doing in the first place. So this class trading plan is a class that's tailored to bring all of your psychology into one place. As a trader, you want to be like a well-cultured market woman who is going to the market. On her list, she has written, I want to buy pepper, I want to buy egusi, I want to buy eggs, I want to buy salt, I want to buy crayfish, I want to buy dry meat, this and this and that. And when she gets to the market, she buys all of those things because she has written them down. Now, from this list that she has written down, she knows she wants to cook egusi pudding, for example. Did I just bring out the list of egusi pudding out of my head? Oh, nice. There's one thing I always tell people that my close friends around me, the day I learn how to cook, it's over for the entire world because it's dangerous. Like, I'm very good at a lot of things, but cooking, But one day I'm going to learn. That's just the point. One is the academy taking the next set of students. First week of January, we're going full force. 2025 is going to feel our wrath. Should I call it wrath? We're going to feel our impact. Please, what is the London and New York session? Mofo and Nais. There are 4 sessions in trading. Let me take it out. Let's take an aside, a little aside. You're going to go and do this again as homework, but I'm just going to take this as an aside. I've seen many people ask the same questions. There are 4 different trading sessions, right? We have the London session, we have the New York session, we have the Asian session, and we have the Sydney session. Now, if you've noticed, when I say London session, it means that what are the currency pairs we trade around London? Examples, I think you have Euro and you have the Great British Pound. So you want to trade currency pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD around the London session. Does that make sense? You go back and do this research yourself. Go to YouTube and ask and watch, look for videos on what are trading sessions, and you understand better. Apart from, excuse me, apart from the London session, you have the New York session. With the New York session, you have to look at what trades or what countries are around New York. Does that make sense? You have USA, you have Canada. So you want to look at currency pairs that trade those two pairs. Sorry, currency pairs that trade those two currencies like USD and Canada. Currencies like what? USD CAD, what again? GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD USD, AUD JPY. Sorry, USD JPY. Now that's for the New York session. And when we go now to the Asian session, you want to look at what currencies around Asia, what countries around Asia. I think it's very easy to understand, right? Around Asia, you have Japan, you have China, whatever. Let's use Japan, for example, because JPY is one of the major currencies, right? Remember in lessons 2, we looked at 8 major currencies, and we had looked at the 7 major currency pairs. Now, one of the 8 major currencies, we have JPY. What currencies are traded with JPY? Name them. USD JPY, Euro JPY, and a list of others. And apart from the Asian session, we have the Sydney session. Where is Sydney? Sydney is in Australia. What currency is in Australia? We have AUD. Is that making sense? What currencies are we trading or are being traded with AUD? That's Australian dollar. We have AUD, AUD USD, AUD JPY, AUD CAD, the list goes on. So now, you want to put it all together with these currencies and their various time frames. The London session is the first session of the day. It opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m. The New York session opens at 1:30 p.m. and closes at 10 p.m. The how do you call it? Asian session takes over from 10 p.m. and closes at 7 a.m. in the morning. And the Sydney session opens at what time? 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. So now you can now go to your YouTube and learn about the sessions, because now these sessions are going to help your trading plan. If I work morning to night, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., I come up from work, I'm a nursing mother, I have kids, I have a husband, I need to cook, I need to wash, I need to clean. You don't have time to trade the London session. You don't have time to trade the New York session because you're at work. Guess what? You have the Asian session and the Sydney session. So you can trade currency pairs like what? USD JPY, you can trade AUD USD at night. So you have a session to trade. Can you trade? That's the question. So in your trading plan, you're going to write, I work from this time to this time, so I don't have time to trade during the day. I can trade only at night. So when you're done with whatever you're doing, you can now go open your chart and look at the market, knowing that the market opens at this time on my session. I am trading this on my session. That's why you see people trading currency pairs like AUD JPY. And you ask them, why are you trading AUD JPY? Because I don't have time during the day. It's simple. Do you understand? So for this trading plan, you want to do the research and know it. Archer Terrence. I love students who are hardworking. Please, after this class, go to YouTube and type what are the different Forex sessions and what are the time frames. Learn it, master it, in short, study it and know it. It's going to help you very, very much. If you are trading a currency pair that is not in a particular session, you might fall prey to issues of low volatility or absurdly high volatility. Do you understand? So you want to be trading a particular currency pair on its session. Thanks for the explanation. Danny, you're welcome. So that was an aside. That was an aside from what we're doing trading plan. I just come back to it because a lot of people were talking about it. Roy Dunamis, I guess you're in Germany. What currency pair do you use in Germany? It's Euro, right? So if you're using Euro in Germany, that means you should be in the London session. There's actually what they call a Frankfurt session. I think the Frankfurt session would actually also lighter around the London session, because I think Germany and Paris, do they have the same time frame? I never did it before. Please, is there a Frankfurt session? I just mentioned that, Thelma. Like I said, you should do a little bit more research and know exactly where you are, what session you should be trading, and at what time you should be trading that session. That's on our side. So we're back to trading plan. We're back to trading plan. And I just said, we said earlier that a trading plan should contain an amount of do's and don'ts. I would never trade without a stop loss. I will never follow a trade when a trade has left my position. I will never revenge the market. My chart will never be crazy. So basically, you look at what you did in lessons 11, psychology tips and challenges, right? You take those, you're going to take some of those things that disturb your psychology as a trader, you yourself. Zina Pell, Mr. Pips, please define trading plan again. All right, let's start by correcting this. My name is Brian. Zina Pell, you can call me Brian. Mr. Pips is the name of my channel. So, who can define trading plan for Pell? We just said earlier that a trading plan is a rule or a series of do's and don'ts you actually write down for your trading to follow every day. So what time do you wake up from bed? What session do you trade? We just had a little class on sessions. What currency pair do you trade? What is your work schedule like during the day? Do you understand? So it should be detailed. Pair. I trade GBP USD. Because I know the market opens at 8 a.m., I want to be up 6 a.m. That's 2 hours before my session opens. I'll analyze the market and wait for the price to come to my zones. So by the time, let's say by 7:30-ish, 8 a.m., I am ready to enter the market because the market is coming to my zones at that particular point in time. Why? You have done an early analysis. So I wake up at this time and you would follow it to the T. Is that okay? Pearl, I hope that was great. If you are in the USA, then you use New York session. It does not matter where you are. Ashadi Cameroon. What session? Did you hear Cameroon in any session I was mentioning? The point is, because you're in Cameroon, Africans have the best trading advantages because we see the London and the New York session in real time. And those are the most volatile sessions. That's where there's highest amount of volatility. I'm going to use an analogy to explain sessions and why you should trade a particular currency pair within a particular session. Some we like work out for nights, enter bar, enter club. When you don't drink 1 or 2, pepper, you define pepper now, you're looking out for soya or roasted pork or meat. What time do you mostly see soya or burning fish, roasted fish, or pork meat at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? The answer is not true. You mostly see people selling pork meat, roasted fish, roasted chicken, soya in the evening periods around bars or snacks or carrefours when other people will mostly come to purchase them. Picture it now with sessions. A woman who is roasting fish or selling pork has no business selling pork at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Because the people who come to buy pork or fish must be intoxicated to an extent to come to purchase pepper. So she wants to sell at that particular point in time that fits her merchandise. Because she knows at that particular point in time, her clients are people who come out at that particular point in time. So her trading plan or her selling plan is tailored for a particular amount of clients. And she knows that at this time, they come out. If you're trading a currency pair like Euro GBP, for example, Langa people, yes, Danny will agree. If you're trading, let's say, Euro GBP at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's good. 5 is good. At 7 o'clock in the night, you are selling, you are buying the wrong market. Why? Because that particular currency pair has low volatility during that particular point in time. Why? Because those two countries, Euro GBP, that is London session, is closed at 5 p.m. When it's closed, it doesn't mean that the market comes to a sudden stop. No, it just means that at that particular point in time, the market would be somewhat of consolidating. There's going to be low volatility. The trading volume at that particular period for that session reduces because the session is closed. In a nutshell, in areas like in London or in Paris or in Germany, people have left from work and are going back home at 5 p.m., right? So banks are closing, workers are going home, they are retiring to rest. So at that particular point in time, there's low trading volume. The market is closed at that particular point, at that particular session. So you don't want to be trading that session because there is low trading volume or low volatility. But guess what? In America right now, at 1:30 or at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., that's exactly what time? 8 a.m. in America. They're just waking up from bed. People are going to work. So the market is open. Banks are opening. People are going to work. Transactions are happening. So you want to be in that market at that particular point in time, buying and selling because there's volatility, there's high trading volume. What session are you trading? What session are you trading? You have to choose a session that fits your schedule. People in America they're waking up at, let's say, at 8 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in America, in Africa right now, should be, let's say, midday or 11 a.m. Guess what? London Open has passed. So for Americans who want to trade London session, they must wake up at night, let's say at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. to trade. So you see why you're lucky. You see why you're lucky, right? So that's just one of the places, the collage and time. So we in Africa, we are opportunity because London session we did it, New York we did it. At that particular time, that's when our own sessions are active. Do you understand? Mr. Brian, I wish you had started from day one. You can come back in January. You'll meet me again in class. Any other questions? Any questions? Okay, now an example you want to have on your trading plan. I'm just going to give some few examples that you want to have down on your trading plan. On your trading plan, you want to have examples. For example, these are things that there's about 5 lines. And for my students, I always like them to use it as a motto. Do you understand? I like students to use it as a motto for things that they are looking forward to or things they are not looking forward to. In lessons 14 here, I have on trading plan. Your trading plan should be well defined. Like I said earlier, like what is the currency pair you're trading? What is the time that you wake up from bed to analyze your trades? What is your trading session? What are the bad habits you want to avoid? How many trades do you take per day? And more personalization. So like I said, what is the exact pair you're trading? How much is the fee? They're going to answer that for you in the comment section. Like I said earlier, in this on your trading plan, you want to have tailored some of these. I'm taking it back again. What is the exact pair you're trading? What is the time you wake up from bed every day to analyze your trade? What is the session you are trading? What are the bad habits you want to avoid as a trader? Right? How many trades do you take per day? Mr. FN has shouted in this class, maximum 3 trades. And in his last class, he said he does not know when he had lastly took 2 trades in a day. 1, maximum is 2. So you don't want to trade more than 3 trades in a day. But if you trade 2 trades or 3 trades should be the most you should trade in a day. And more personalization. Like I said, the trading plan is personal. I hope you're very, very focused in this class. We're at 2:48. Please and please, you should take trading plans very seriously. Very, very seriously. So your trading plan has to be your judge. Your trading plan has to be your judge. Well, when I say judge, a judge is a person that comes with punishment. If you go against your trading plan, you should have a particular punishment you set for yourself and you must follow it. It should be a rule. I will never trade without a stop loss. Lie. So whatever happens, you will never trade without a stop loss. But if you do trade without a stop loss, even if the trade hits take profit and you make $1,000, you should set a punishment that you would follow so that you should jumpstart your brain. Yeah, Nelly, I said punishment. If you're an old trader, or if you're new to, or if you're not very new to trading, you must have heard about Alex, FX Alex. He's popular for recently. He just turned $100 to $1 million within the space of 90 days. So he used 3 months to trade $100 to $1 million live on his channels. He was posting everything. He created a new Instagram page, 100% for just those trades. Now, Alex has a trading plan, and his motto, or his business slogan, is set and forget. Right? So in his trading plan, if he goes one thing against his trading plan, whether he makes money or not, he has his punishment. And his punishment is to drive his Beetle. Alex has a lot of vehicles. Alex has a Bugatti, he has a Ferrari, he has a private jet, he has G-Wagon, he has every kind of car a trader might want to get for himself. Your dream car is really in Alex's garage 3-4 years ago. Do you understand? But he bought a Beetle. A Beetle, in common knowledge, I'm sure if you know what they call a tortoise. This tortoise, small cars, tortoise. It's not just a tortoise, but it's scrapped. It looks like he picked it out from the dungeon. He picked it out from the bush. He has no chair inside. He needs to push it before it starts. Now that's his punishment. He says, the day I go against my trading plan, I'm going to drive that car for 24 hours. And before he enters the car, he needs to leave his luxury and drive that particular car for 24 hours. Do you understand? So that's a punishment for him. He's a profitable trader, and he has been trading already for 7 years plus in the market. But guess what? He knows that a trader must not live without a trading plan. So for him to actually follow his trading plan, he has set a punishment for himself. The day he trades, or if he, for example, his motto is set and forget, right? So if he enters a trade that was supposed to give him, let's say, 100 pips, and he leaves that trade before 100 pips, he knows that he has to drive that car for 24 hours. If you go to YouTube, or you go to his Instagram page, for example, let me try to see if I can see his Instagram page here, and I'll show you the car that a billionaire drives. FX Alex. We are done with trading plan. I'll just come and we'll look at answer questions for if anybody who has a question. All right, perfect. Can you see this? This is it. That's the car. Now that's somebody who has a private jet, and that's the car he needs to drive for 24 hours if he goes against his trading plan. Can you see that? That is it. I think you can see that very well. Good. That's what he has to do as punishment. So any day he goes against his trading plan, he has to drive back out in 4 hours. For you, it could be small, or it could be too big. My own punishment is, for me, if I go against my trading plan, I need to dry clean the entire veranda where I live, and the staircases right down to the gate. That's my trading plan. And sometimes my neighbors will come out and see me dry clean. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, focus, mind your business, just pass and go. Because I know that that's my punishment. I don't like dry cleaning the veranda and the staircases. So what do? I don't want to go against my trading plan. So for you, you could decide what you want to do. Yeah, the car is still nice. I know, no. You can decide what is going to be your own punishment. Maybe your punishment could be I'll not eat today, or maybe I'll not eat meat for the entire day, or I'll not eat meat for the entire week. You can actually go and say that, or you can decide to say, okay, I'll drink 1 crate of beer. Where are my guys? Or you can decide that, okay, I'll not drink beer for the whole week if I go against my trading plan. But there must be a trading plan, and you must have a punishment for if you go against it. I'm not going to come to your house to police you if you have not done that. Mr. FN will not come and ask you, have you done your punishment? Have you gone against your trading plan? No. If you want to be a profitable trader, there is just a set of things you need to follow. It is you and you alone that is actually going to be the judge to yourself and your success in trading. So you must do the right things to come out right. But guess what? All of these things we've actually set out on a trading plan that you're going to write particularly, right? You write, I will never do this, I will never do that, I will always do this, or I will always do that. Everything that is simple to do is simple not to do. I'll say it again. Everything that is simple to do is simple not to do. You must have a very strong grit. You must have a very strong psychology to be able to follow your trading plan to the T. Discipline, consistency, and patience. To Sam Mayfield. Thank you for those words. After you've drawn your trading plan, maybe in blue pen, on your whatever, on your book, use your red pen and write a punishment. If I go against my trading plan, I will do this. And whenever you do it, heaven behold, do it. It's going to curb your mind. It's going to shape your subconscious mind to be aware of the fact that if I touch this, daddy will beat me. If I do that, mommy will beat me. Let it be like that in your mind. Like, just, you need to become a little kid to be teachable, to understand the importance of these little things. We are done with lessons 14, trading plan. Who has a question? Please, how do I get to the support team? Emmy is right there. Or what support team do you want? If you go to Telegram and you want to get to support, if you run attack any support, they will respond. Why do you... You understand? If you're my neighbor, you benefit from the cleanup. I will not spend for 1 week. That's great. Yeah, that's nice. You can decide, okay, for this 1 week, I'm not buying anything new for myself because I'm going to get in my trading plan. So if you're making money, you could decide not to do anything good for yourself. You could decide, okay, now I'm going to get my trading plan. I'll send my mother 50,000. It's a punishment. So every time Remy just should on 50,000 enter a phone. You say, wait till happen. Mama, just take an on your own. Not ask any question. Just it's yours. Or it could be to buy whatever for somebody else. Or you can have, you could decide to give to the poor. Anytime you get your trading plan, I'm going to go and feed the poor. Anything, it could be on you, but let it be in your mind and you should follow it consistently. Okay, I think so. Awakan Sandrine, I have a question. So Sandrine, go ahead, please. I'm just seeing your question now. This actually helps when the punishment is what you hate. A punishment should be something that makes you comfortable. So if you set punishment to sleep for 4 hours, then you are just playing. You're not ready. Please, an example on trading plan, just for example, with the laws you mentioned. Like I said, the trading plans to be personal. And I gave a list of examples. I'm answering Antoinette Marie. I said your trading plan should have what time you get from bed. You should be very, very intentional as a trader. Your trading is your career. You're starting a new career right now. You want to be a trader. This is December. The time right now, what's the time? The time is about 9:13. Some people are out there dirtying December, plastering the town dirty. But you are here listening to my noise. Let me call it noise. You made an intentional decision to be here with your data, listening to this black boy. The point now is, at the end of this, let it count for something. So you must make something out of it. You should be intentional with your trading. Having a trading plan is the first step to intentionality. I wake up every morning at 6 a.m. I analyze GBP USD, Euro USD, because I trade the London session. I enter the market as from 8 a.m. I start looking for my entries because that is where the market opens. I'm a day trader, so I take maximum of 3 trades per day. Anything apart from 3 trades per day is overtrading, so I would avoid it. I don't use a stop loss bigger than 30 pips. My highest stop loss is 30 pips stop loss, so I don't go above 30 pips stop loss. Except the risk reward on the trade is something mind-blowing. I never trade without a stop loss. I only see a trade after, I only enter a trade after I've had 3 or 4 confirmations. This is you personally detailing your trading plan to fit you as a person. Do you understand? So Antoinette, that was for you. I cannot tell you, I cannot give you a trading plan. You would sit down and write a trading plan on your own, because you alone know your schedule, you know your tenure, you alone know what you want to do as a trader. Please, what can you talk about investment plan? What is investment plan? This in trading, there's not like investment plan. If you've seen investment plan somewhere where they've said invest $100, will give you back $800 in 24 hours. Those are thieves. They're going to go with your money. Around 50K go hard there. Is there a VIP channel? Yes, there's a VIP channel, but what does it need to be in a VIP channel when you know how to trade, right? We're teaching you how to trade to become a trader, a VIP trader. So Mr. Abenier Lodin, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but you want to learn how to trade to own a VIP channel to give out VIP signals. If you get into a VIP channel today, I will tell you for free, you might never get to the point of owning a VIP channel, because when you join the VIP signal group and you start taking trades and start making money, there will be no reason for you to bother to learn how to trade and become a good trader. It is proven. My trading was really curved and slowed at the beginning because I was so worried about signals from people here and there. When you start with the mindset of I want to make money fast, or I want to make money quick or now, it curbs your path to profitability. So you need to actually learn or be mindful of wanting to know how to trade as soon as possible and trade good. Because when you know how to trade and trade fast, you can actually indulge in other trading activities like signal generation, teaching other people, and so on. I learned how to trade from Mr. FN-FOREX. He taught me how to trade in November last year. I'm 1 year old into trading. December is 1 year, 1 month. I'm able to hold a class because I was intentional about it. Do you understand? So you want to put it in your palms, take it as a career, take it as your everything, love it, sleep it, dream it, do everything with it. Let me not use any other examples. What's your TikTok handle, sir? My TikTok handle is Mr. Beats. I think you would see Mr. Beats if you look. Please, sir, can you talk about risk management when placing the trade? Rayon, if you skip the risk management class, please go back and look. Risk management was done last week on Friday. Probably you were not there. Mr. FN actually detailed a lot of these things. We're actually supposed to go down into prop firms. We are 1 hour 23 minutes into this class, so let's get into prop firms. That's the lessons 15, and that's going to be the last lesson. When we were talking about this session, we're just still making plans about it and talking about how we want 300 students to come to class to learn how to trade. Hold and behold, we had 1,500. We have about 5,000 people registered for this class, 5,000 plus. We kept seeing during our meetings for this session, we kept seeing people sending applications day in, day out. They were pumped, they were energized, they were eager, and we were so excited to get 5,000 people to come learn. And it was we're just thrilled basically. And every journey comes to an end. Do you understand? Every journey comes to an end. And it's always the beginning of a project, there's always the end of a project. So at this pace, I am opportune and with heart full of joy telling you guys that we've come to the end of this session and we're looking at the last topic. It's lessons 15 called prop firms and how to get funded. In this class, you're going to learn what is a prop firm, how to get funded, how to trade a prop firm, what's the best way to trade a prop firm, and how to come up profitable with a prop firm. Yeah, Danny, I'm so proud of you too. Out of 5,000 people, quote unquote, you made it out to the last day. Like I said earlier, you being here to the last day does not guarantee anything, but what happens after this day will make you become whatever you want to become. Emilien Benodem, yes. Emilien Benodem says final topic. That's correct. This is the final topic. Now, guess what? When we say final topic, it doesn't mean that after this you have stopped learning. No. This is the final topic that Mr. FN has arranged for students. Now, every topic in this every lesson in this class is fully tailored for a beginner. From lessons 1, what is Forex trading, to 15, how to get funded. It was very well tailored, and the 15th topic is where it's supposed to be. 15th topic, how to get funded. Because a lot of people claim that they can trade, but they don't have money to trade. Or, I know how to trade, I know risk management, but I don't know how to trade. Here comes how to get funded. In this class, we will talk a little bit about account management. We'll talk a little bit about people who, light has gone, as usual, coming in Cameroon. Those of you who are abroad, you're lucky. But here we experience a lot. So we'll talk a little bit about how to get funded, like how to do, what entails when you talk about account management and all of these other stuff. Do you understand? But the good thing is you're in the right place with the right people with the right opportunity at the right time. Your 2025 will just be absolutely succulent if you take everything you're learning here and take it home with love and the commitment to work hard to make it beautiful. So lesson 13, how to get funded. Let's get standing in dollar. I'm not sure Pepsi. Yeah, you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful. They always say many are called, but few are chosen. That's never been true until today. So just tell yourself that and call your name, Gumrolin, I will become the most successful person from the 2024 free FN-FOREX class. Tell yourself that until you believe it. And the universe might just bring fortune to your door. Lesson 15 is how to get funded. Let's get into serious things. We are already 1 hour 30 minutes into this class. Prop firms. Now I'm actually using my phone, so I cannot share my screen because I'm using my phone. For some reason, we were not able to connect with the PC. Highlights saved to your channel. Okay. John De Clovis asked a question. I hope your question is related to today's class. Sorry about that. I cannot share my screen, but we're going to just work on prop firms, yeah? And I'm going to show you guys a little bit about prop firms. I'm going to use another device. I hope it works. I wish to work with you guys as a team. Don't know if that's possible. You're going to channel this request to Mr. FN. He's our anchor. We are just mere accompaniment to his dream. This is Mr. FN's dream, actually, right here. He has always dreamed to become a messiah to people, and we're just accompanying him on his dream. So you should channel your request to him. Without lights getting hot. And I'll start sweating. Please, do you pay for a prop firm challenge? Yes, you are. You're going to pay for a prop firm challenge. I've been chosen. We're in limbo, people. Okay. So a prop firm, like we made mention, a prop firm is a company or a group of companies that come together to actually give out funding to people. Can you guys focus? Those who are in Boya and Bichati and wherever, you can talk about after the class. A prop firm, like we're asking, what is a prop firm? A prop firm it started as an idea. A lot of people, a lot of traders got to profitability, and they started finding out what are the numerous ways you can make money from the trading space. We can trade, we have withdrawn money, we've done a lot of this and that. How can we curb, or how can we help traders who are coming up to have funding to trade? So they came up with the prop firm. And a prop firm, like I say, is a company or companies that provide funding for traders. The only thing is, can you trade? Please, can we see our favorite mentor? Your favorite mentor is on transit. He's not right now. So that's why you have me, Brian, anchoring this session. You would have seen him, but he's not available. So I had to step in as backup. Back to paragraph. A prop firm, like we said, a prop firm is a company that actually outsources or provides funding for traders who don't have capital. What you need to do is you need to know how to trade and follow a tight or a very, very great risk management scheme to be able to work with a prop firm. All a prop firm wants from you is your ability to manage your risk. All the prop firm wants from you is your ability to do very good risk management. I'm talking very calmly because it's a thing that a lot of people fall prey to, risk management. We sang it and said the risk management class nobody should miss. In risk management class, we had just 300 people. But like I said, it's not a problem. Maybe for some reasons or one reason or the other, those others could not come to class. But if you're trading prop firms, the one principal thing you want to have grounded is risk management. It doesn't matter how long it takes to pass the challenge or how long it takes you to do the challenge, but you must be able to manage your risk properly. There are different prop firms out there. The most common prop firms you have, if you have your book, just write down. I cannot share my screen, so I can actually open your website for you. I'm using my phone, and for some reason, this is the first time I'm going live on YouTube. This is the first time I'm going live in my entire life for anything. No, I've gone live on Zoom. I've taught on Zoom. So this is the first time I'm going live. So I think from here I'll have to go more because it was a good experience. I think I like the experience. So you have to do it. You have to do it. What I would say. Do you get? So now, risk management is very important because all a problem needs from you is to able to show them that I can trade, I can manage risk, pay me out. Now, how does problems work? I, Mr. Brian, I'm a very wealthy young man. I have, let's say, I have $10 million and I want to start a business. I want to go into the prop firm industry. What I do is I want to look for traders that know how to trade, quote unquote. I want to look for traders that know how to trade because I want to fund them to trade and I pay them. Or I want to fund them to trade and they pay me, basically. We'll share a fraction of the profit. $5,000, I have 10,000, 25,000, 50,000. I have 50,000, I have $100,000. What do you want as capital? Lumen Ojon says, since I've been learning how to trade for not long, I'll go with $10,000. I tell you, $10,000 is $100. So to purchase a $10,000 capital, you need to pay me $100. Now, the money you're paying me is just money that I am taking for my time. I don't want you to waste my time. So since you say you can trade and you're claiming you know how to trade, I have a company that funds our traders. I want traders who can trade. Do you understand? So if my mic, you cannot hear me well? We're not getting no voice. Oops, network. Okay, can you get me? No sound. I think it's network. My network is 4.3. My network is 4.3. I think it's network.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Their network should be the problem.
Okay, I think it should be network. Sorry about that. It should be my network. MTN, please be
Their
nice.
network, I'm hearing you.
Okay, it's their network. Okay, I think it should be network. Sorry about that. Okay, I just got confirmed that we are good to go. Okay, it's not yours. All right, thank you very much. I'm really hot. I don't sweat. This is not good for me. I should not be sweating on a live. It's not correct. It does not talk well about my reputation. Yeah, I muted myself and muted it because when someone spoke about no voice. All right, if we are good now, let's go. Continue. All right, thank you guys. We are 291. I like the fact that we are actually still participating. So, like I said earlier, I am a wealthy trader who has traded for God knows the amount of time. I've made a lot of money in trading. I have about $20 million, right? So I want to fund traders to trade. It's a business. In as much as I'm out to fund traders, give the money to trade, is a business for me as well. I want to be able to make money from their trading. So since you say you can trade, I would fund you and you're going to pay me a portion of the profits. But first things first, I don't want you to waste my time. So you guys can come in your 50s or 100s and say you want to trade, right? Good night, Eno Besem. Make sure you watch the recordings at the end when you've gotten current. So I tell you that I have a $5,000 account. I'm selling $5,000. I have 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, and 100,000. Which do you want? Akuli Brian says I want a $10,000 account. So I tell you that, okay, to not waste my time, you will pay me $100. And I have a set of rules. In this $100, a $10,000 account, you should not lose up to 5% of this account size in a particular day. So what do you say? In a day, do not lose up to 5% of the account. Yeah, I must give you a risk tolerance. I must give you an amount of risk you should take. So with every account management you're doing, or if you're doing for any person or anything, you should have a risk tolerance. There should be an amount of risk you should be able to take, right? So I tell you that you should not lose 5% of this 10,000 a day, and you should never lose 10% of the account. First question, what is 5% of $10,000? That's $500. That means the day I lost $500 of this account in a single day, that's in a 24 hours window, I lost the account. And if you lost the account, you have lost your $100. The next thing I tell you is you should not lose up to 10% of this account ever. The day you lost 10% of the account, you have lost the account and you have lost your $10,000. So what have I just told you? Never lose $500 in a day, and don't ever lose $1,000 of this account. So now, what do you do as a trader? What's the next name? Young Junior. Young Junior has bought a $10,000 account from me. He has paid $100. He already knows that for me to pass this challenge, I should not lose $500 of this account, and I should never lose $1,000. But guess what? I want you to make 8% of this account. What is 8% of $1,000, of $10,000? Answer in the comment section. To save your time is $800. So if I make $800, I will pass phase one. Now, what am I doing? I want to give you money to trade, right? But before then, I want to test your capacity to manage risk. I'm not going to fund you exactly, right? I'll give you a demo account. So I'm going to give you the logins of a demo account. I'm going to create a demo account and give you the logins. Let's say the username and the password of a demo account of $10,000 for you to be able to pass two phases. Phase one, you have to make 8%, and phase two, you have to make 5%. I am taking you on a journey, and I want you to prove to me that, okay, now I can trade, and I can trade with risk management. Prop firms are not like brokers. Prop firms need brokers as well. So what do? I'm holding the capital, I'm holding the funding. All you have to do is prove that you know how to trade. And when you prove that you know how to trade, I'll give you money to trade. First things first, first things first is what? I say make 8% of $10,000 without losing 5% in a day or without losing 10%. If you make 8%, you will pass phase one. Let me use dollars. Let me not use percentages. Not everybody is good at percentages. Can you guys hear me? I see people complaining about my mic. Why is that so? I think it's your network getting you, sir. Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just drop one in the chat if I'm audible enough so I continue. Am I audible? We're in lessons. Okay. All right, it's fine. Great. Go on. So now, I've given you a $10,000 account. I want you to make $800 on your first trade, on your first phase. I have two phases, two challenges. First challenge is I want you to make $800 without losing $1,000. Second challenge is if you pass phase one, I will tell you, congratulations, you've passed phase one. Now, I'll give you another account size of $10,000. Now, in the second account, I want you to make $500 only without losing $10,000. If you succeed in passing phase one and phase two, you have told me that, okay, I know how to trade and I have believed you because I've given you a test and you have passed. I'll go further to fund you $10,000. And with a funding of $10,000 now, any amount you make from that $10,000, you're going to keep 80% and I'm going to take 20%. Does that sound like a good deal? Bertrand Che, you're not focused. We don't care if you're in Goundary or not. Your life is behind. If your life is behind, you should actually leave the YouTube and come back, or just touch on live on your live on your YouTube, and you're going to come back to real time. Florence, she will become the most successful trader from the 2024 free class organized by FN-FOREX. That's energy you give the universe every day. That's energy. I love that, Joshua. But why is funny Joshua saying Florence? See, I'm lost. That we don't care about that. So now, can we come back to class? We are getting you. Please, will other previous classes be on YouTube? Yes, everything's on YouTube. I feel like a lot of you are behind because you're answering questions from far behind. We are on lessons 15, and lesson 15 is prop firms and how to get funded. And we started by defining what is a prop firm. And we said a prop firm is a company or a group of companies that issue or give funding to traders. The first things first is a trader must be able to trade and manage his risks properly to be able to trade. Excuse me. The first and the only thing a prop firm is requesting from you as a trader is your ability to manage your risk. What is your risk management? So I used an analogy of a person. I used myself. It sounds like a good deal, but for how long? That's a good question. I use an analogy of a person who has capital or who has a lot of money and wants to fund people. Now, you come to me saying you know how to trade. I believe you, but don't waste my time. For me to actually give you my $10,000, I should be able to know that you can manage it properly and trade for me. So what happens? I don't just remove $10,000 and give you. I give you a challenge first. The first challenge is I want you to make $800 on a $10,000 account without blowing or without losing $1,000. If you succeed in passing the first phase, the second phase says what? I want you to confirm that it's you who was trading the first account, and if it was you who was trading the account, prove it. Take the second challenge. Now, make just $500 in this account, from this account, without losing $1,000 still. It sounds simple to do, but when you start trading, there's emotions, there's missed trades, there is this and this and that. So I'm asking you to do this because you should not just open a lot size and because you're lucky and you just make money. After you pass the first and the second phase, what happens? I'm going to go further to fund you a $10,000 account. I don't ask for your account and send it to your account. No. I take $10,000, I put it into an account and I give the logins. If not, I know when I find someone just going to withdraw the money and just go into the village. Jackpot, you don't go be that. So that's how it functions. That's how it works. I create an account, I fund $10,000 into the account, and I give you the logins. You cannot withdraw the money, you can only trade. So at the end of every session, maybe you choose how you want to be paid. If you choose, let's say, weekly or monthly, after every month or after every week, we now share the returns from the trade. So every amount you make from the trade now, we share the profits by 20-80. You take 80% and I keep 20%. Is that a good deal? You think that's a good deal? I think that's a very good deal. Why? Because if you use $100 to buy $10,000 accounts and you make just 10% of a $10,000 account, how much is that? 10% is $1,000, right? Look at the risk reward. You spent $100 to buy an account and you're withdrawing $10,000. Now, at the level of withdrawals, you're going to keep to 80% and you give me 80%. Sorry, 20. 80 for you, 20 for me. That means you're going home with $800 and I'm going home with $200. I think it's a good deal. Now, as a prop firm, if I have 10,000 traders doing the same thing, what happens? I'm making $200 times 10,000 people. I'm laughing in Spanish. How many people always get to withdrawals? There's a lot of people who don't know how to manage their risk. So most of the times they purchase prop firm accounts and before the first challenge, they've blown their money, or second challenge, they've blown their account. And when you blow your account, the money has gone. But guess what? If you're able to pass phase 1 and pass phase 2, when you're funding the money, your first withdrawal comes back with your investment. So if you bought a challenge account for $100 and you pass phase 1, pass phase 2, and you get funded and you trade and you withdraw, on your withdrawal, let's say you made 10% of it, of $10,000, and we pay you out $800. Your $800 comes with the amount you bought the account for. So you are being paid $800 plus your $100 you bought the account for. Why? Because at the beginning of the deal, I wanted to make sure that you can trade. And if you could trade, I'll fund you. If you cannot trade, you're wasting my time. So I'll take your money. But at the end of the day, if you can trade, you pass phase 1, pass phase 2, you're proving you can trade, I fund you. After your first withdrawal, I pay you back your account, your money you've used to buy the account. So now, your capacity to keep withdrawing from that account depends on the amount of times you keep withdrawing. It depends on the amount of times you keep maintaining effective risk management on that account. So you can milk a prop firm and milk it and milk it and milk it and milk it until they ban you from the account. Because if you start to make too much money at a certain point in time, they can tell you that, hey, you have eaten from us a lot, go away. But at the end of the day, that is what a prop firm is. If you had no idea what a prop firm was, a prop firm is a company that funds you money to trade. But first things first, you need to prove to them that you know how to trade. In order not to waste their time, they'll ask you to deposit an amount of money first and prove to them you can trade. They'll give you 2 phases or 2 challenges. The first challenge, you should make 8% of the account without losing 10%. The second challenge, you should make 5% without losing the same 10%. 10%. And if you succeed in passing phase 1 and phase 2, you're being funded now with live money, wherein whatever amount you make from that live account, you are being paid 80% and the platform keeps 20%. If I could share my screen, I would have shared my screen, and we've looked at the website of different prop firms. Now, if you have your another device, or if you have let's say laptop, or if you have a book, just write down. I'll give you like some 3 prop firms you can actually look at after this. The first prop firm you want to look at is FTMO. FTMO. Amy, please type it down for them. The first prop firm you want to look at is FTMO. Now, this is the most credible prop firm. They're the most credible because they're the most expensive as well. They're the most expensive and the most credible. When we say the most credible is that we have never heard anybody complain about FTMO before. They always pay when they're supposed to pay. If you actually boycott any rule, they'll hit you hard. They are very expensive, but they are the best. Okay, wow. Emilienne says she's trading an FTMO prop firm present currently. So that's the first FTMO. So the question going through your mind is, would you advise a trader to trade a prop firm? The answer is yes. Mr. FN always says himself that a prop firm is what helped him to kickstart his journey into trading, because that's where he withdrew his first $10,000 from. Imagine you as a student in school, going to school every day, struggling with this and that, translation here and there. All of a sudden, you withdraw $10,000. That's about 6 million francs today. Are you going to be the same person? No. You have capital, you have whatever. You can do a lot for yourself with $10,000. You can change your wardrobe, you can change your house setting. If you had problems with your landlord, you can, in short, you can settle everything. So you want me to cry? Goshen word. If crying will make you profitable, yes, cry. But why do you want to cry? I have a question. Yeah, Mr. Goshen or Mrs. Please ask your question. Nelly, thank you. Please, which prop firm go? Please, which prop firm go by balance, not drawdown? Okay, Barack Manila. Now that question sounds like a person who has traded prop firms before and is asking a very good question. Now there are prop firms that go by balance-based drawdown and some go by equity. Equity is good. Equity is actually dangerous because when you are on drawdown, whether you close the trade or not, if they say don't lose $500 in a day and you're on a trade that is floating $500, they will cut you out and tell you that sorry, you have reached maximum drawdown. So your question is, which prop firms gives what was that question again? So which prop firm go by balance, not drawdown? Barack, I don't think you've asked your question correctly, but I think you're trying to ask what prop firm gives you balance-based drawdown and not equity. That's the question. I think Funded Next gives you balance-based drawdown. That means you must actually close your position before the broker accounts or calculates your risk or your loss or your profits. So the answer is Funded Next. Yeah. So I said I'll give you 3 prop firms you should actually go do research on. There's FTMO, there is Funding Pips, FTMO, Funding Pips, and Funded Next. FTMO, Emiliana has written FTMO. You also have Funding Pips, Funding Pips, and then you have Funded Next. Those are 3. Because I cannot share my screen, I cannot show you how they look like. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Funding Pips. Please, let's pay attention. Yeah, it's going to do well for you. Please, is there a limited amount of time to pass a profit challenge? The answer is no. Before, in the era of our father, Mr. FN-FOREX, right? When they were trading that time, they used to have a period of, let's say, 30 days period, wherein if you buy a prop firm and you cannot pass it within 30 days, you're going to lose the challenge. But right now, because of marketing, more prop firms have come into the market. There is now competition against them. They're actually making the prop firm space beautiful for traders. But the only bad thing is that there's a lot of fraudulent prop firms coming up every day, and you're not careful, you might fall prey to one of them. So there is no time limit. Now, what about Rocket 21? Rocket 21, I think Rocket 21 is Alex's prop firm, right? Said I forget, that's Alex's preference. I've not used it. I'm talking about the ones that are mostly common to we Africans that we mostly use around here. There are a lot of prop firms. There's more than 2,000 prop firms. There's a lot of them. Now, before you use any prop firm, remember last class or the class before last, Mr. FN was telling you guys to go to Trustpilot and review him on review FN-FOREX Academy on Trustpilot. Some of you have done so, some of you have not. But before you choose any prop firm, you want to go to Trustpilot and look at what are their reviews. People who have used it before, what do they say about the prop firms? Are they giving it red stars, 1 star, 2 stars? 10 trade is another one as well. I've given you just 3 you should look at, but I've said FTMO is the best. So there are a lot of them. Most of you are old traders. You have a lot of prop firms out there. Like I said, go to Trustpilot and type the name of any prop firm you want to use and look at the reviews. Are they positive? Are they negative? Read the reviews. What are the negative versus the positive? How much do you need to enter FTMO? Now with the $10,000 account, I think FTMO with $10,000, I think FTMO is about 89, 115 euros. FTMO gives you a price in euros, I think. I think it should be 115 euros. I think Emmy can tell us more about FTMO. There's a question on what is the how much do they purchase an FTMO? Now FTMO had their lowest account size is $10,000. I think it should be, let's say, 115 euros, or I don't know. Just go to the website and check. So just go to FTMO or to your go to your browser and type FTMO and look at the website. Take the next prop firm. Banned from prop firms, loud and clear. Go for Origin. What is that? Yes, go to every no, FTMO does not do 6K. It's funded next that does 6K, I think. FTMO has some $10,000 account. So just go to every website that you have funded next. You have FTMO, Santa Pekin, I see you. You have FTMO.com, you have fundednext.com, and you have funding peeps. When you go to every website, you can read through the website, read through the accounts, their challenges, read through their rules, and know what you want to use. But guess what? Now, well, I'm going to talk about a little trick with prop firms. With prop firms, we've said prop firms, the only thing you look on the prop firm is what is your risk management scheme. And guess what? You want to be able to risk only 1% per trade. 1% per trade. I go sing and tire. 1% per trade. 1% per trade. Let's go. 1% per trade. 1% per trade. Do not risk more than 1% per trade. Now, on the class with risk management, Mr. FN actually used or showed you guys how to use the position size calculator. With the position size calculator, you can actually set how much you want to risk versus your account size. So if you have an account of $10,000 or $6,000 or $5,000, you want to risk 1% per trade. You don't want to trade more than 3 trades a day. Why? 2 is okay. Please, does FTMO function with Momo? No prop firm function with Momo. No prop firm functions with Momo. You actually use your bank card or crypto. No prop firm functions with Momo. So if you know how to use your calculator, you want to use your account size. And okay, Emilian has confirmed FTMO uses Momo. Okay, that's Emilian confirming she has used it. Sorry, I said that I have not used it. So Emilien says FTMO uses mobile money, so that is good. That's confirmation. Yeah, 1% per trade. What does it mean? That means if the account, your program tells you that you should make 8% without losing 5%, right? Or make 8% without losing 5% a day. 5% of $10,000 is $500. But guess what? If you're risking just 1% per trade, what is 1% of $10,000? It should be how much? $100, right? So if you take your first trade, you chop stop loss. Second trade, you chop stop loss. Third trade, you chop stop loss. How many are you down with? You're down with how much? $300. 3 trades per day. That means if you take the fourth trade, you're down $400 if you lost. Now, I love to talk about losses than wins because wins are what we want, but losses are inevitable. How can you manage your losses? If you have a $10,000 account and you risk 1% per trade, that means you're risking just $100 per trade. If you risk $100 on the first trade, $100 on the second trade, for me, it's enough. Or if you must take 3 trades per day, and that's maximum, the third trade you risk $100 and you do what you're done for the day. But now, what if you're making profits? You risk the first trade, you risk 1% and you make 2%. That's your risk to reward, right? If you risk $100, you make $200, you close. You take the second trade, you risk $100, you make $200, you're up what? You're up $400. Do you understand? You risk 100, you make 200, you're up 2%. If you risk another 100, you make 200, you're up how many? You're up 4%. If you risk another 100 and you lost, you're up another 4%. That's 6%. So you want to risk 1% to make how much? To make 2% per trade. Now that's just the simplest thing you should know about prop firms. You should not risk more than 1% per trade because that is where problem comes in. If you risk 2% and you fail, you risk another 2% and you fail, you might be prompted to risk another 2 again, and if you fail, you have lost the prop firm. So 1% per trade is the most you should risk on your prop firm, especially at this point when you are still a beginner trader. Do you understand? Especially at this point where you are still starting into your trading career. You can actually hold a prop firm for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months without passing the challenge. It's not a problem. But if you are risking just 1% per trade, you know that you can actually risk 1% the first trade, risk 1% the second trade. If you fail, come back the next day just like that. But for you to lose $1,000 on the trade, that's overall drawdown. You have what they call daily drawdown and overall drawdown. Those are the terms you have on prop firms. A daily drawdown is how much? It's 5%, and overall drawdown is 10%. How much is 5%? 5% is $500, and overall drawdown is 10%. Okay, so well understood. That's great. Gumbrolin. I like to hear that. So if the prop firm class is going good, drop thumbs up or fire in the chat. Let's see fire in the chat. I think we have talked about prop firms. I really wish I could share my screen, but I'm using a mobile device. I cannot do that right now. So I cannot actually show you guys much of what you want to see. But I'm just using what I have upstairs to just try to work with you guys. So if it's going good, drop thumbs up with fire in the chat. That's great. Yeah. So what you've gathered from this prop firm class is what? A prop firm is a company that sponsors traders by giving them funding. So for you to be able to trade a prop firm, you must be able to know what they call risk management very, very well. Risk management is the ability for a trader to trade a particular, take an amount of risk without losing the account. You must be hearing risk management up and down. Risk management is what? Is the ability for a trader to take a series of losses without blowing the account. So if you're carrying it to prop firms, You must be able to take or manage your risk accordingly to trade the platform. Please, I don't understand about demo account. Please, I don't understand about demo account. Tambeng Asanga, I don't understand what your question is. Are you very new? Is this your first class? A demo account is an account that is given to you with demo money. A demo account just means money that's not real, basically. Yeah, a demo account just means you're trading with money that's not real. You're not trading with real cash. You're trading with fake money. That's what demo means. Is that okay? Is it possible to share your screen, sir? I just said it's not possible. I'm using a mobile device. I cannot share my screen from here. Or maybe I don't know how to yet. This is my first time going live on YouTube, like I said. We struggled to connect with the PC earlier, but it was having problems with verification and this and that. And because time was actually of the essence, we had to come. I just use my device to go live. I wish I could make it to the end, but phone is slow. Zina Pale, I think we're actually getting to the end. We have done this since 13, 14, and 15, and we are actually running out of the program as well. So if you go now, I think you've gotten the best part of the class. I can't because he can't. Yeah. Emmy, can you please hold a small live lessons with your people? And you're very bold, sir. You mean my head, ba? My head is bad. Bald head, bald head. Oh, you mean bold? Oh, I'm a very bold person. Oh, don't try me. I'm bold. I'm very bold. Thank you. Proper risk management is the key for performance. Dobit, what's your name? Dobit Otis. Yes, Otis. That's great. My phone is going off. Everybody's phone is going off. My own phone too can't go off. For light's not day. It's the happen. I have 53%. It's been a nice class. Please, for how long will the videos be on YouTube? Forever. We have come to YouTube. We're not YouTube before, but we've come with full force because TikTok has been whipping our asses out. We used to go live on TikTok to train and this and that, but TikTok keep banning our accounts. So Mr. FN has decided to go live on YouTube, and we're so happy with the love you guys are showing. In just 2 weeks plus, we're up 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys one more. Thank you guys again. And please keep sharing our channel to your friends, family. In short, just enter your family chat and just give this channel that follow please people follow this channel. They'll follow. Before they start shouting at you, they've already followed. They've already seen. Thank you guys so much. I love your teaching, sir. Thank you very much. I need mentorship classes, Emmy. Emmy, answer that question. Thanks you, sir. The class was interesting. You're welcome. Already downloading the videos, great. Sir, I really love your classes. So please, can you be my mentor? Yeah, I can be your mentor. We are starting again Emmy, first week of January, right? First week of January, you can come back for personalized session. So this session was meant to create awareness to a lot of people about Forex trading. Now, the truth is that about 5,000 people registered for this session, but the numbers keep dropping day in, day out. Some people cannot actually master or concentrate on a live class. So you can come back in January for a full session. Maybe you sit in the classroom and you will see me teach you, or Mr. FN teach you live in person. So if you've not gotten what you actually hoped you get from this class, which I hope, which I don't think you have not gotten, you want to come back to in January for a very well tailored class. We'll teach you guys the same thing. I promise you, everything we've taught you guys on this free session is the same thing we teach the paid students. And we hear a lot of students who are grumbling about the fact that why did they have to come? Why did that lights are back? Thank God. Why did they come and pay money when we had a live session? While we had a free session coming up. Mr. FN, like you guys knew, he was in Dubai and he was very happy. It was his birthday month. He decided to why don't I teach people for free, because I'm living this lifestyle. I'm right here on a yacht with 6 of my friends. A yacht that can take 30 people, because there are not a lot of profitable traders in Cameroon. So he said, okay, let me teach a huge number of people so that maybe December 2025 I can have 30 or 50 people come with me to Dubai. Who's gonna love that? Take trading seriously. I'm trying to respond to your comments. There's a lot of you guys. So your teaching is perfect. I love the word perfect. I like to use the word perfect a lot. But I'm not sure anybody's perfect. Thank you, we see Yvette. Please, does funded next function with Momo? I'm not sure. I'll find out. I'll find out. I use funding pips. That's what I use most of the times, but they don't use Momo. I always pay using crypto. Or maybe it's just because I use crypto most of the time that I've not found out if they use Momo or not. How much is their fee? Now for the fee at the academy, we pay 150,000 for the academy, and online is 100,000. So if you want to take an online class, it's 100,000. Maybe you could be in Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana, Yaoundé, Bamenda, Boya. An online class is 100,000. So we teach you on Zoom. And if you want to come to the academy, it's 150,000 for those asking for the prices for the next session. And we're starting the next session the first week of January. Please, I have a general question. What is your general question, Tatiana? What about indicators? Yeah, the indicators, Mr. FN will send the indicators to you guys, okay? So Mr. FN is just unavailable right now, but he's good. He's going to send it to you guys. Please, just for the next, okay, I've answered that. Thank you so much, Mr. Brian and Emilian, you're welcome. I have really missed out on this training, traveled, sorry about that, Doris. So please, what about the free indicator? Yeah, you'll receive that from Mr. FN. He's going to send it to you guys on the Telegram forum, so do not miss. That's the main Telegram, I think, that has 19K, I think. He'll send that to you guys there. Or he'll communicate how it's going to send to you. Sorry, the time we haven't reached this time. I don't get that. What about it? Please, I have been asking if you pass challenges and you start making profit and sharing the percentage with the prop firm. So how long would that be? Okay, CC dollar. When you pass your prop firm challenge, phase 1, phase 2, you are being issued a live account, right? Now, any money you make from that account now, the prop firm pays you 80% and they keep 20. Your question is asking now, how long would that be? They'll keep paying you as more long as you keep making the money and you don't blow the account. You can still blow your live account, yes. I think I am answering questions. Okay, where did I end? Okay, oh yeah. Can you guys upload the videos you made on TikTok, please, for those of us that were not following on TikTok? We went live on TikTok, so we are now on YouTube. Forget about what has passed. We are coming out with fresh new stuff. 2025 is going to be a good year for you, if you want it to be a good year for you. So just be ready this 2025. We're coming with a lot of content, lifestyle content. Let me talk about Mr. FN. He'll say it himself. Thank you for the class today. It was interesting. You're welcome. Come closer. What about indicators? Like I said, you receive. Please, what about the indicators you receive? Thanks for the class. You're welcome. Can you guys upload TikTok videos? Oops, sorry. So please, how much for the January session? 150K for an academy, and live online is 100K. Can you mentor someone to acquire a prop firm? Like we have said, we've just given you everything, right? I've given you 3 prop firms that are the most used in Cameroon or the most used in Africa: Funded Next, FTMO, and Funding Pips. You would now choose which you want to use, and FTMO is the best. That's what I've said. I don't know if I answered your question well. Where I was asking, can I answer all of you? No, I don't think I can answer all of you yet. There's too many questions. So can you provide us with the prop firm? What prop firm again? Are you just joining? 100K online and 150K academy, yes. This class is one of my best. You're welcome. My promise to the entire FN Academy is I won't stop until I make you all proud. Where did I say proud from? I won't stop until I make all of these your efforts to impact knowledge worthy. You're welcome. I would love that, sir. We go all together. Yeah, our online class is still available. Yes, from January we always have an online session because there are people who are not able to come to the academy. The academy is even small. The academy can take highest 30 people or 50, 30. So we can take more people unlimited on live, but not at the academy. I would love to meet Peeps and Mr. FN someday. Please, Peeps. Okay, Peeps sounds nice. Everybody wants Peeps. My name is Brian. Please, Brian. Peeps is the name of my account. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you. What about the indicators you receive? We could follow how much for personalized classes. What do you mean for personalized classes? God's gifts, Kelly. Mr. FN task $1,000 for personal one-on-one classes. Is that what you're asking for? Probably. Most of my classmates want to learn Forex. Hope they take it serious. If they want to learn Forex, they're supposed to be on this class. Why do they want to learn now when the session is finished? Let them come and watch on YouTube. We've given you guys, like, there is I promise you, yeah, you go to YouTube, there is nowhere you would see a free Forex class like what we have done. We have done it free, we've recorded it, and it's on YouTube. Just go and learn. So just send your classmates to come and follow, subscribe to our channel and learn for free. Maybe if sometime in future Mr. FM might decide to take down all of these classes. I don't think he's that kind of person. I don't think he would do that, but there could be a reason he could do that. So do it as soon as possible, because this knowledge we're giving you guys for free here, a lot of people are raising all the eyebrows like, why are we doing this, why are we doing that? So please, I want to take a challenge for myself concerning trading. So I would love to be submitting my results to you. I would love to see that as well. On Telegram, I think on Telegram has my name, Brian. You can always chat me up on Telegram, and I'll respond to you. Thank you, sir. Much money return. Okay, too many questions. I cannot read all of this. I hope, Mr. Peeps, can I get a mentor class? What is a mentor class? Do you want a one-on-one class? I don't know. Write the support team and they'll channel your questions. I don't understand what the mentor class is first. Please, what about the Mr. FN automated trading bot? Can it be used to pass profit challenge? He used to have a challenge bot that he used to pass the challenge with Nova funding. Do you understand? So for a while now, I think he's had some issues because he's not talking about it for a long time. But we should find out about that and let you guys know. Please, how long does the online class cost? How long does it cost? Jennifer, focus. How much? It costs 100,000 online class. Please talk about lot sizes, sir. Baylor Zenia. Your name sounds Indian. Go back to lessons 3 on YouTube. Exactly lessons 3, right? The third class, lessons 3. You're going to look at there, you're going to see lots, pips, and key concepts in Forex trading. You can learn more about lot sizes from there. Real account, when? Danny, that's a personal question. You can switch to your real account when you feel like you're comfortable with your demo. When you've started making more profits and losses, or you have mastered how to use your demo account. You don't want to be on your demo account for long as well. So you can switch when it's convenient for you as a person. When you've seen that, okay, you can actually trade on your own. You can trade well. You know how to do risk management correctly. You can calculate your stop loss in pips great. Then you can switch. Where exactly is the academy? The academy is at Douala Lokpom. Mr. Brian. Mr. Ngufo Rich. That Brian we don't write down. So that's not my own Brian. That Brian, those are people who have more sense. My own Brian is Bryan. Thanks for today's session. I really appreciate your welcome, Mr. Ngufo Rich. Please talk about lot sizes. I've sent you to the class. The class is marvelous. Okay, I think we can call today a day. We've been here for more than 2 hours since 7:30, right? Yeah, this is 10 p.m. I've been talking for more than 2 hours right now. We should stop from now. Can you blow account? Can a blown account be funded by the prop firm? The question is, Stephanie. Okay, a prop firm does not fund your account, right? A prop firm creates an account and gives you the login to the account. They don't fund your business account. When you purchase a prop firm, they give you a new account. Do you understand? So when you purchase a prop firm, they give you a brand new account. From there now, you can use that account to trade. Okay, the light has gone off, telling me that we're done. So, all right, guys, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for taking part of this session. Thank you all for being present with us throughout this period. This is the end of the session. We hope you guys go out there and be the best version of yourselves. We hope and pray that whatever we have taught you guys throughout this 2 weeks period is going to help you and your family and your entire lineage to become profitable. Just you and you yourselves can make a difference. So when leaving this class tonight, make a firm and acceptable and mountable decision to become profitable. Because why? It might not be for you, it could be for the people that God is using you to impact. So the reason why you have stuck here from day one to this day is because it could not be for you, it could be for the amount of people that you're about to inspire with this class. So make use of it and strive to be profitable and never ever blow your account. Good night, everyone, and have a good night.